well, I really don't like. Well, at least when they are in my videos, I don't usually like YouTube comments. Anyway, but if you have any questions, I'm not the best person to ask them from. And by the way, I'm fondling my scissors here, literally, and that's why you are hearing those sounds you might. It's something I sometimes do when my fingers, well, aren't doing anything else. That sounds pretty stupid, but whatever. That's at least a good explanation. Civilian economy. I don't think we need to expand it right now. What else do we have? We don't have anything else useful in the area of construction and production. Nothing in the defensive systems. I really don't need even the spinal mounts because turrets don't seem to work. And this isn't even because I haven't designed any beam weapons. Even in the game, I had designed lasers, laser control systems, or whatever they were called, and beam. What was that other one? I don't remember. But anyway, I can't design turrets for some reason. So we don't really need spinal mounts because of that simple reason. So, logistics and ground combat. This isn't really that useful for us right now. Fuel storage, tiny, might be useful in the beginning of a game or for fighters and stuff, but really it's expensive and I like to have lots and lots of excess fuel on my ships. Actually, my desired amount of fuel for them is so that they can move at least for 100 billion kilometers before they run out of fuel. That's pretty ridiculous for at least for the beginning of a game, but that's how I do things. I don't know if we will even have power and propulsion good enough for that kind of fuel. We shall see. We don't have anything in the missiles and kinetic weapons, and well, we don't have really anything useful. Perhaps the civilian economy, that's at least somewhat useful for us. Ah, yes, improved command and control. This allows the construction of sector commands. That's useful. So, and when we have researched it and the time comes, I shall talk about what that does, those sector commands. Anyway, I've babbled on quite a long time. Do I have anything else I need to do? I don't think so. I've already checked if there aren't any that the shipyards aren't doing anything I don't want them to, and I don't know if the munitions. Well, actually, now I know. Change parent headquarters for this division. I want to train my ground units because I'm role-playing this, and obviously because Kimmo Game will be coming down to the surface of Earth. They will actually be useful for something. So we shall actually train some of my units. Actually, where is it? Where's the training thing? Where is it? Police strength modifier, occupation, population, plus PDCs, all ground forces. Actually, we shall use this. So, just because. Concadre, what does this do? I haven't touched the ground units at all. So, well, I have trained them somewhat, but I can't seem to find where that is right now. Convert the selected low-tech division into a cadre unit so its personnel can form the basis of a new division. I don't... Armor cadre. ACD. Did that lower the attack and defense? I think it did. Okay, that's not a good thing actually. Yeah. Interesting that it does that. Where can I... GU training, here it is. So we have these things here we can train. I'm not sure. If cadres are available, use one to reduce the cost of the selected new unit. Armor cadres are used for Marines, heavy armor and HQ units. Infantry cadres are used for all other unit types. I don't know, perhaps because it reduces the, at least it says it reduces the cost. We shall use them, I think. Can I add it to a queue? No, I can't. Anyway, it will take almost a year. Anyway, how long do I want to wait? Perhaps in the 5 days intervals. I like 30 days myself, but there's really no need because we don't have anything heavily that will what's the word? Be a heavy burden on my processor. And even though I have a quad core, it seems that this game only uses one for some reason. Perhaps I have configured them stupidly or not at all. That might also be it. But anyway, I'm so nervous. We shall just, yes, do it before I change my mind. What? You don't want to do that? Actually, it might be because we got something. Inactive labs, yes. Stop that. I don't want to know if I have inactive labs. At the moment, I know, but there are inactive labs, but I don't have anyone to fill them with. Perhaps. No, that's not useful at the moment. What does that do? It clutters the screen. So no, I don't need that. That's not useful really. So did I already find the show events? Yes, I already found it, but I want to check if there's any other things I want to display. Storage, geo survey. No, that's not useful. these things I want to turn on. Anyway, minerals section is where I like to keep this most of the time. So how long do I need before something happens? Actually, let's go to the where is it? Not intelligence window. That's probably not it either. Shipping line information, view technology. No, production overview here. So here's the overview of what we are doing right now. So here I want to check how long these things will take to whatever to complete. Imminent events. That's more than a month, I think. January, it's January right now. January, February, March, April, June, July, probably like that. I'm not good with month names, so probably I'll get those wrong at many points. So we don't really have any need to we got a new scientist, not to use this. So what the? It's already 23rd of April 2025, and it says what the research completed. And I went a bit overtime. That's not a good thing, but what can you do? So here's the shortcut for research tabs. It's probably one of the most important ones. Yes, here's my new scientist. I didn't actually think about it, but I should have assigned it to those research labs that aren't doing anything useful. So fuel storage were large. I like to get this because, well, I use large fuel storages. And another thing I haven't done pretty much ever is use orbital. Well, pretty much I haven't ever used the orbital habitat modules. I don't know what they do exactly. Useful for space stations. Anyway, so what's the next imminent event? I should look at what's the button to get this production overview. We don't have any imminent events right now. So if I do it time incrementing here, it automatically refreshes this. So it's July. So June, July, no, September. No, what's July? November, September, October, December. I think that's how it goes. So probably I missed a month. I don't know. But anyway, it seems like so it's the second to the last month. August, that's what I missed. So September. Actually, now we have a November 2025 here. Actually, no. It was the 9th month this October, and November is the second to the last. So that's how it goes. No, it's the 10th month, must be September. So because this is pretty much 30 days from now, we shall use 30 days increment. So now we have the research completed. So what was that? I was doing? Not trans-Newtonian technology. That's not a good thing, but anyway, because you have such a high thing here, we shall actually add to your research laboratories, and you are pretty much useless, but we need to fill all of these use all of my research labs at all times, so that's why I'm allocating some more. So where was that? Production information, yeah, and imminent events. November is the next event. So October, November, that's what I decided it was, I think. So a month, and when unit trained. You didn't tell me it was going to be, that was going to be finished. You aren't very useful for that. Anyway, where can I, is it in the ground? No, it's in the GU training. And this requires some uranium and neutronium, unfortunately, but we have fairly large. That's actually pretty good. Only uranium is not great, but it will be enough for a long while. In my previous games these numbers were much worse for me, but this mercasium might become a problem. I think it's pretty useful. No, I don't want reserve levels for those. Anyway, where was I? GU training. But because we have such good surpluses, we shall Nordic Armored Division. Why is it GCB? What does that stand for? We don't have any training, and why is it that cutting out command? That's the command thing there. I don't know. Anyway. So, was this? No. Here. 27th of November. The downside of using these small fonts is because that I can't really see what clearly what the date is. So we shall use 5-day increments now, and actually in 1-day increments, just to be sure that whatever, it's finished. Let's see. Ah yes, that was the trans-Newtonian technology, which opened up a lot of things, as you can see. Now we are getting somewhere. Let's see, what do I want? I don't have anyone in the energy weapons category, which is something I want from the role-playing perspective. Actually, let's see. No, it's in the ground combat, I think. These are just things that larger weapons. For larger weapons, we want a good engine as soon as possible, I think, because we don't have any access to energy weapons. I mean, we could research them, but that would be slow. So, okay, we shall use you, even though actually it's a maximum lapse of 15. Because you have a specialization here. Anyway, this pressurized water reactor is the prerequisite for nuclear thermal engines. And I should actually show something to you after I have allocated all of my research. Cancel that for now, and someone else will take your place because we have a better person here. You aren't worthy. Actually, we have some defensive systems we could research, so yes, we shall use your abilities for those. Duranium armor reduces our hull size, and that's pretty important to that's pretty much the same thing as the mass of our ships in 50 ton. Each hull size is 50 tons. Well, anyway, when we get to shipbuilding, I shall explain that in more detail. Anyway, that's a really good technology to have. That reduces the mass of all of our ships. And what was that other one I was already researching? It was in the fuel storage large. Do I want that, or something from the power and propulsion? This is nice. So, but is it so nice? I will actually want to get it right now. Nah. Actually, we have a dedicated person for that, so I don't know. We shall just as a placeholder, you will go. I mean, this is another thing I was having some trouble getting it to fit to this screen, but anyway, I got it to fit pretty well. So we need to clear everything for a new design, and we have actually our custom class names for our ships. Anyway, we won't probably be creating any ships right now. We don't have good technology, but at some point we will have to. Anyway, what was it that I wanted to show here? Anyway, it was the engines. Yes, engines. Here you can actually create some components for your ships. It's pretty detailed, like this game. Anyway, here we have the engine we start with. It's, I mean, the engine technology we start with. Of course, we need to research this. Well, I shouldn't say of course, it isn't really obvious, but anyway, we need to actually also research this engine that we design here. Anyway, here, if we had better technology for our engine, we would get much better engine power. But what were the trade-offs? Anyway, this is really bad. It gets to something like 25 or something like that. So 25% increase when we, I mean, 2,400% increase when, or 25 times increase when we percentage point increase if I want to use that system of mathematics. I don't know. Anyway, it gets this so poor. We don't really want to do anything with these conventional engines, so that's why we are researching those much better engines. And when we get better armor class, it automatically there should be a tooltip here now. Automatically adds the best available armor to create an armor thickness equal to the desired level, minimum of level 1. So it that uranium armor doesn't add anything to our ship's mass, but it that's the other way around. I think that I was no. It doesn't improve our armor by itself, but it reduces the mass of our armor. As you can see, armor makes a bit of a difference, at least in these small ships. So we really need to reduce the weight of our armor. We don't want to get weight down like that. Anyway, where was I? These imminent events. I probably should have this open at all times so it would remember it's in the imminent events tab. Anyway, next event is in 7th of February, so at least I think it is January right now. Is that first, or what does that say? These small fonts. Probably it's the first. Let's see if and I would like the events to show up here also. I don't know if they. Anyway, perhaps I'll learn to use this thing here at some point. What would be a good place for it? These things here are what they say in this column are the most important things, and perhaps this, if there's anything here, that might also be somewhat important. But anyway, so 7th of February, so 5 days increment, now 1 and some more. Now that research is completed. We won't close the tab, just get to this here. What was it we just finished researching? Uranium arm. Well, there's really no need. I mean, there's really no reason not to use you to our advantage here and research even better armor for less mass. I mean, the same armor class for less mass. That's what I was trying to say. And now for the events here. 14th of March. I think I should configure this better for my next session. That's really annoying that I can't see what day it is. Let's just go with 1 day increments. That completed, I think. I might have pressed a 1 day increment one time too many. So what was it? I don't remember what you were researching. Anyway, now that we have the basic technologies out of the way, I think we shall actually start researching laser technologies because, well, we don't want this to get too boring now, do we? We shall have actually some planetary defense, even though there aren't any aliens to worry about, but for role-playing reasons. We stop here. Refresh. March, 22nd of March. Let's see. Actually, yeah, that was probably too much. I don't know exactly. Fuel storage large. The large. Anyway, more energy weapons. We need more weapons. By the way, I didn't really explain it too well. Infrared laser, 10 centimeter laser focal size. We reduce. No, that's not something we need. Yes, transnewtonian, that thing here. That's also something that's needed. It might also be. No, that's technology for torpedoes. Oh, no. No? I don't. Yes, particle beams are their own thing. Anyway, we also need to be laser focal size. There was one more, I think. Infrared laser size. Focal size, I mean. It might be that particle beam strength. I really don't remember. Capacitor recharge rate. I don't know. Anyway, we'll probably cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now we just need these basic technologies. Where was that? Here is the tab. I really need to figure out what is the hotkey for it. Anyway, let's refresh. That's not something that's going to happen very quickly. March, is it April? Yes, April is the next month. Okay, we researched something. Power and propulsion. And my commentary actually doesn't seem to be all that great. I was hoping that I could do some more monologues like that in the beginning, but I'm just going with this technical stuff. Perhaps I should stop right now and refresh my brain. Uh, what, what would be a good saying for that? Let my brain rest. Anyway, one last thing before we forget, so that we won't forget. Nuclear thermal engine technology. Actually, it was 5 power per hull size anyway. That's much better in any case. So, here's where we shall stop our first session. Uh, uh, no, I shall just stop so I won't say anything stupid.